Good morning, guys. Happy, what is today? Thursday. Wow. Telling you, with this online schedule, sometimes it's hard to keep track of the days of the week. um, Yesterday was Wednesday, and it was Earth Day, and your video yesterday was me doing a read aloud and telling you guys some ways that you could help the earth. So I just want to share what I did for Earth Day, and maybe you did some of this, maybe you did something on your own. I've seen a few scavenger hunt pictures, and I was really excited to see that. I also got a few messages that you guys really liked the read aloud. So next week we may try to do I'm thinking maybe a Zoom bedtime read aloud in our pajamas, where we all get in our pajamas and we watch when I read you guys a bedtime story. Maybe I'm thinking about it. Got to think of a day for us to do that. But today you got another math video to watch, and I'm going to be going over the reteaching. Now this is pages 735 and 736. It's the ones that have A, B, and then the next page is C and D. And I tried to get it to pull up on the computer so I could draw on the screen, but I don't have Adobe on the computer that I'm using, so I'm going to be using my Judy clock for a lot of this, and you guys can fill in your clocks on your paper as I go. So let's go ahead and get started with, oh, I didn't tell you guys what I did for Earth Day, did I? I'm so sorry. Scatterbrain today. For Earth Day, me and Callie Jane, we went around our neighborhood and we picked up some trash. And then we just spent the day outside in our, doing some yard work, playing outside. The day before, we went on a scavenger hunt. She is loving nature scavenger hunts right now, so we've been doing quite a few of those. So that's just a few things I did for Earth Day. But remember, even though Earth Day was yesterday, that doesn't mean you can't do those any day of the year. You need to be conscious about how your decisions impact the environment. So remember, simple things like turning off the water when you're brushing your teeth, taking quicker showers, not wasting water, not letting the water run and going somewhere else. Recycling bottles and paper. A lot of things have that little recycle symbol on it. Let's see if I've got something with it on it. I don't think I've got anything right here. It's going to show you. Try one more thing. Nope. But the recycling symbol is just 3 little arrows, and it kind of forms a triangle. If you see that, you can take it to a recycling bin and it'll get repurposed into something else. Okay, so I think we're finally ready for math after I got off on my tangent. So again, we're going to be doing reteaching. We're going to start with set A. I just said I'm going to be using my Judy clock to kind of go along with your pages. So I've got the pages right here. I'm going to read off of them. It says you can draw the hour and the minute hand to show the time. So remember, the hour hand is the shorter hand. So in this case, it's the short red hand. And the minute hand is the long hand, the blue hand. Okay? All right, so number 1, it wants us to show 3 o'clock. Now, from our math lessons, we know that when we say o'clock, that means our minute hand, the long hand, should be on the 12. So to show 3 o'clock, I move my hour hand to the number 3. So this right here shows 3 o'clock. Your short hand points to the 3. Your long minute hand points to the 12. Make sure you have that written down on your paper for number 1. And number 2 is 11 o'clock. So we're going to keep this on the 12. We're going to keep the minute hand there because it's still o'clock. And we're going to move our 3. We're going to keep going around until we reach the number 11. So right here, this is 11 o'clock. Okay? That's kind of simple, wasn't it? You guys are awesome at math, so I bet you already did this before. You didn't even have to see me do it. Okay, set B. What time does the clock show? So now we are looking at, does anybody remember what kind of clocks these are? I can't really hear through the computer screen, but I think you guys are saying digital clocks. And if you are, give yourself a big thumbs up because that's exactly right. The clock up here in part A was an analog clock, and down here it's a digital clock. Okay, so the first one says, what time does the clock show? 5 shows the hour, and 00 shows the minutes. So that, on the little part that they do for you, it shows 5 o'clock. Okay, if you look over at number 3, your clock looks like this. So all you have to do is tell what time it is. So what time does this show? 6 o'clock. So on that line beside the clock, just write the number 6. And then number 4, it says 10 o'clock. So on that line beside number 4, just write the number 10. Okay, moving on. Now set C, where we are going on to showing half hour. So remember, if you hear half past, it means 30. And if you see half hour or half past on an analog clock, remember that minute hand will be on the 6 because it's halfway through the hour. Sorry, it was backwards for me. Okay, so if you look at the one they've done for you, their clock looks like this. Oops. So it is 8:30, so that's the first line that they've written in. 8:30, because it's the hour hand is halfway between the 8 and the 9. Or another way to say 8:30 is 8:30. Okay, so remember, half past means 30 minutes after the hour. Okay, now number 5, it gives you a digital clock. It says 7:30, so it would be half past what hour? What hour is it between? It's between hours 7 and 8, so it's half past 7. Let me write this down real quick. Or the time would be 7:30. Okay, so 7:30 or 7:30. And if you look at number 6, the hour hand is between the 2 and the 3, and the minute hand is on the 6. So it is 2:30, because see, this minute hand is it's halfway past. It already passed 2 up. It's 2:30. And we know it's half past because the minute hand is on the 6. So 2:30 or 2:30. Okay. 2:30 or 2:30. And then set D at the bottom. This is just using a schedule to answer questions. So number 7 says, what activity starts 2 hours after reading? So after means it comes later in the day. So if you look, reading is at 8:30, okay? So 1 hour after reading is math. Okay, but it didn't want to know 1 hour. It said 2 hours. So we have to keep going. So that was 1 hour. If we go down again, we're at 2 hours past after reading, and we are at recess. So for that line on number 7, you would write the word recess. All you gotta do is copy it down. I'm sorry. I am writing on or with a expo marker because that's all I have with me right now, and it did not work the best. And number 8 says, what time does math begin? So on your schedule, you look and you find math. Okay, I found math, and you look at the time. Math starts at 9:30. So for number 8, all you need to do is write 9:30. Okay. All right. That is it for math today. Tomorrow will be your assessment, so make sure you look over this reteaching, that you feel really good about clocks. And if you are joining our Zoom tonight, don't forget I would do it about 5 minutes before 6:30. I would click on that link that I sent, and I sent it to the Remind group, and I sent it to the Facebook group. Click on it, and it'll join you into our group, and then you can see everybody. Parents, this is, if you guys will help me out with this so it's not chaotic. When you get in there, when you all join the Zoom for your child, first off, if you have a computer to use, they will like using Zoom on a computer better because they'll be able to more easily see everybody at one time. But if you don't, a phone would work fine. Just make sure you have Zoom already downloaded to your phone, and then they can just scroll. But parents, make sure that when you join Zoom, just so I don't have 15 kids trying to talk at one time, if you will, on the bottom of your screen and on the computer and on the phone, it's in the bottom left-hand corner. If you will hit that mute button, and I'm going to do like a random selector to give kids a chance to talk, and to tell everybody, hi guys, I miss you. I'm just trying to get Zoom to run smoothly, and tomorrow will be my first time hosting a Zoom meeting, so we'll just have to play it by ear. But if you guys could do that for me, just that way we can kind of control the chaos just a little bit. If not, it's fine. We'll figure it out as we go. But thank you guys. Make sure you complete your reteaching. Do your other assignments. All right. I'll see some of you guys tonight, and then I'll see some of you guys tomorrow on our Zoom meeting. And then, yep, that's it. Bye, guys.